Welcome back to the basement.
Welcome back to the basement yard, Frank.
How you doing, baby?
I'm doing great. How are
Do
you?
you prefer baby over bitch?
Yeah, I think anyone would.
Well, some people don't like baby. Baby makes them feel a little uncomfortable.
What do you mean?
Some people don't like baby. Love that jacket you got going on
It was
there,
a
by
gift.
the way. Absolutely love it.
Love it.
Just the colors are great.
I love a good inside pocket because then people think you have a gun.
Nothing is cooler than when I'm wearing a suit and I put money in there.
Bro.
Dude, it makes me feel so... Hey, welcome back, by the way, guys. Hey.
Yo, at weddings, when you have like the card.
And you pull it out and you're just like, this is for you?
Yeah, but have you ever... Giving anyone anything from my jacket pocket is the coolest feeling in the
really
world.
cool,
It's
yeah.
better than smoking cigarettes, which is cool.
Oh.
Not actually,
No,
but it
yeah,
is
don't
cool
do
looking.
it. Don't do it.
Cool
Don't.
looking.
Don't do it.
Yeah, but like at weddings sometimes the card I got is too wide and it doesn't fit
Yeah,
my
I
pocket
hate
and
that.
I get so fucking
I hate
mad.
that. Listen, as a former cigar smoker, it's...
You gave it up? You're a retired cold turkey?
I think I'm done, baby.
You're cold turkey?
I'm gone. Yeah, I got nothing.
Why?
My turkey. Because I got no reason to right now. I just...
What was the reason before?
Enjoying it.
How is that not
I just
the
don't, I don't know. Maybe if the time was right, but like right now I'm in a place of just like I don't need it. I'm trying to not
Okay.
die. But whipping out a cigar and then whipping out a Zippo lighter out of one of those bitches and just being like and then-
Zippo lighters.
Oh, dude, what a great lighters.
All of them?
Like there's some
Metal ones. Metal lighters.
Oh yeah, like plastic
Zippo.
Bics.
Yeah, like I'm not.
Listen, no offense to Bics, but why pens and lighters? Like, why is that?
That's very confusing
That's
to me,
very,
to be honest.
like, but dude, there's like this like lighter account on TikTok, and it's like this French guy, and he finds a bunch of old lighters, and he's like, "This is from the Japan." Yeah, forgive the French
It's okay.
accent,
Oh, so he has all these old lighters. Does
And
he refurbish them?
dude, and he like
Is that
gets
the right
them
word? Refurbish?
refurbish,
Like
yeah.
you make them new again?
But what is so then? If fucking something up is furbishing it,
Yes. Don't.
don't look it up.
No, but I love when people get. I mean, we've talked about this too, because there's that one Irish guy who's like, "Oh, I've got to bring this thing back."
Oh, the wood.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like woodworking.
sometimes I've seen him like make a machete look really nice and shiny again. That's fun.
Have you ever seen the ones where they put the machetes in like the tub and then they shock it to get all the fucking rust off of it?
No, what?
What? You've never seen
I do
that?
like that though, because sometimes they do that with like watches or like jewelry.
Oh,
and
it's
what
like-
is going on in this little tub?
Oh, it's a little horny little
What is
tub.
it? Is it
I don't
electricity?
know. I'm sure. So like, it's like a. Yeah, I don't know.
Or it just shakes it. It just shakes it.
I don't think the shaking is the thing that's cleaning it. I think it's probably the chemicals that are in it.
Oh.
But
So I can't like put my finger in there. Like if I had a dirty hand, I can't like clean
that's
myself.
a great question. I don't know. I don't think we should look it up because how would we even look that up?
Would you get in a shaky tub like that? Knock the dirt off of you?
I don't. There's something in the way you said that seems a little like double entendre, and I don't like it.
What does that mean?
Like to me,
No,
it's
I know
me.
what a double entendre is, but like, how am I saying?
No one's
how is
knocking the
that-
dirt off me. My dust has been knocked off. See, now I fucked it up, and I said it.
So now you do get dusty.
We're all a little dusty.
Definitely.
But so this guy, it's like old lighters, and some of them are just like it looks like a little clam, and then you open the clam, and it's just bang, like a fucking flame.
Yeah.
And it's so sick, dude.
You know what's cool? Yo, I don't know. I don't know if I love torches. I love torches.
My
though.
dad.
Yeah, like no. What?
My dad. My dad always had, because my dad gave up smoking cigarettes to smoke the better option, which is Black and Milds.
Right.
And he would light it with a plumber's torch, which is the fucking torch with the giant
Not
propane
that, not
canister
that.
underneath.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he would light it like this.
Yeah.
And that thing was fucking wild.
Yeah, he doesn't have eyebrows anymore because of that. That's an insane thing to be lighting that with, by the way.
I mean, it's my father.
It
Does
is your
anything
father.
surprise you
Yeah,
about it?
it is true.
Were your parents smokers?
No, I mean one time my dad like never smoked. I don't think he's ever smoked in his life.
Really?
I've never seen him smoke, and I remember them saying,
Oh my God, I can only imagine you asking him, Dad, have you ever smoked? Yeah, he would be so
But
offended.
we have gotten like it out of my mom. It's been like, Mom, you used to smoke weed, and then she's like, and I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
you
got her.
smoked weed, you fucking pothead 420. That's a 3. Fuck. But yeah, so I think my mom like smoked a little bit of the grass, the devil's lettuce.
Well, you definitely shouldn't say that. There's definitely better ways to say that.
Devil's lettuce?
Yeah, because I think like all those like old timey terms for weed were kind of like a little insensitive toward people
The
of
devil?
color. Well, yeah, because it was like a popular thing to smoke by black men and women. So like the white people were just like, you know how they be. But
What? I thought the devil's lettuce was like because it's a drug. And
also,
the devil
yes,
likes
but
drugs.
like there's another word for them that I don't want to
666.
say because it's kind of mean, but like it has to do with a type of music, and then they call it the music cigarette.
I've never heard
Really?
that before in my life.
Have you ever heard that?
You're so tapped into like
Yeah, man. But backtracking a little bit. Again, I'm not a cigarette smoker, but if you pulled out of your jacket those like old-timey metal things that like held cigarettes,
yeah, but they're hand rolled,
and they're like
you made them earlier.
they're like you bought the tobacco at the store.
See, I would do that.
Really? I mean, it's still bad. It's still bad tobacco.
Duh. That's not why I'm saying I would do it. I would do it because it's just cool. Or, honestly, hate this aesthetic, but there is something about a rolled up cigarette pack in your sleeve.
Oh, like you're fucking Johnny from the fucking Greasers?
Yeah, exactly.
When we were kids, at like when I would do like Cub Scouts, my sister and I.
What? You did Cub Scouts?
Yeah. I did Cub Scouts.
Do you have badges? Bro, how did I not know you're a Cub Scout?
I was a Cub Scout. I don't think I
How
finished.
long did you cub?
I think that means something else, but it was at St. Francis. It wasn't very long, but I remember my parents. They used to dress me as fucking Danny Zuko from Greece, and my dad used to put an empty pack of Marlboro Reds in my T-shirt as like a 5-year-old.
Wait, I thought Cub Scouts wear uniforms.
But like they had like you had to make like those cars. You never saw those where like you have to like woodwork a car and like win a race. My dad
No.
put so many quarters in that thing. It
You'd
was
strike me as a Cub Scout.
No.
Eagle
No?
Scout?
No, that's better.
well, I think you need to go from one to the other. You can't be an
I-
Eagle Scout if you don't start as a Cub.
I don't know the hierarchy.
I stopped at Cub. I was done. I think I
Did you-
saw
you
too
didn't
much.
Cub?
I didn't cub.
Did you do anything like that though? Were you a part of clubs?
I
when you were
did.
younger?
I will
No.
say I did go camping with some Boy Scouts once, and it was an experience.
Were you a Boy Scout?
No,
or were
I
you
just-
an adult?
I was not an adult.
Because the way you said that was like, I went camping with some Boy Scouts.
I was in middle school, and some of the kids that I went to school with were like, you remember some of them?
Yeah.
They were Boy Scouts, and like we went for like 2 nights, and it was just like
Where?
I don't remember where. It was somewhere in New York, but like it wasn't like anything intense. It was one of those like you ever see those TikToks of that guy that's like in the wilderness, and there's like a shack that's like 4 campers.
The guy with the... Oh,
The guy that's just like, so we're gonna be digging out.
Is that the guy with the glasses?
Yeah.
I love that guy.
I will kill for him. We watched one of his videos when we were in Vancouver.
We did. We threw this.
We threw it on the TV. This dude gets like 28 million fucking watches a month.
He's like, look at this. And then he takes a stick out and he's like, 14-foot snow. I'm like, dude, get off of that.
Yeah.
Like, it's dangerous, my guy.
I forget what I think it's like Brave Wilderness or some shit like that.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
he's like, so today we're going to be like, I brought this homemade bread and it's just dough in a bag.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I got this honey butter, and he's just scooping charred bread that he made over the fire into honey
So
butter.
good.
All about it.
There's a TikTok account that there's a couple of them, but there's one in particular that I don't remember the name, but it's this dude who has the sharpest knife in the world.
Is it the obsidian knife?
What is that? Star Wars?
All right, you finish.
What is
and then
that?
I'll
The
talk.
sword from Zelda? What is that?
Do you want me to go off about the swords
That
from
I don't-
Zelda?
I'm sorry I brought up
All right,
Nintendo.
because there's the Skyward Sword. There's all right, go ahead.
No, but this guy, he like goes out into nature and he'll find a piece of wood or something, and then there's like a river, so he'll like he'll get a fish, and then like he'll scale the fish.
Oh, yeah.
And then he'll make a fire out of like a stump and something else, and then he'll create a fire, and then he's got like like bread,
Ooh.
and then he's got like a piece of meat,
Oh.
and then he's got he's making what are you doing? And then he's like slicing tomatoes thin tomatoes,
and he's got that giant fat knife.
And they're see-through. The tomatoes are so thin that you could see through them, bro. It's unbelievable.
And he like takes a big like rock and he wets it and cleans it in the river, and then he just like puts it on. He cooks a steak on this fucking
And then
dumb rock.
He's got the steak, and then he takes like a piece of rosemary or just like a piece of leaf, and then he like dips that in olive oil, and he goes like this, and I'm like, dude, this guy's not worried about diseases at all.
And he
It's
does
awesome.
it, and he throws an onion in the air and he catches it on his knife. God, whatever this big knife guy is, you love your knife, and I love your skills.
I love your knife and skills as well.
Those are the best, dude.
When he throws the onion and then catches it, and then he turns it over, and then he
Shung.
starts going shung 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 shung. I'm like, fucking
Yeah.
Oh my God,
it's
dude.
so good. You know why I like it? Because I know I could never do it.
Dude. And then when he slices like rosemary, like extra thin, and he's like,
Well, Rosemary's it's like a leaf.
well, I know he like scrapes it off, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh,
It's
when he
something
has
else.
like parsley and he like shaves it.
and he's like, oh, it's like, oh my God, bro, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my
Or
life.
like he has like a mortar and pestle, and he puts like peppercorns in it, and he's like, "Whank."
the dude, dude, and
Shark.
and then he, yeah, yo, bro. Oh my God, when
Yeah.
people like go the extra mile,
Yeah.
and it's like, yo, there's salt and pepper, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
But you're like, I'm gonna make it.
I could see you in a couple years after
Making
all
my
this is
own
said and done. Joey's gonna be one of those. He's gonna be it, and I'm proud of you.
Done it.
I know, but like the prospect of you doing it, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I would love for like a Patreon
Wait,
video.
do you know the Canadian one?
Go ahead.
Do you know the Canadian guy?
Which Canadian guy?
There's a Canadian guy that does this, but he's, hello, buddy. You never seen that?
Have you ever seen, bro? There's
Don't skip over this.
Oh, well, you skipped over me. The skipping continued on your side.
I was afraid that you were gonna go off of these TikToks. It's like a little cabin, and he's got like stash, and he goes, hello, buddy. And then he makes a
can't.
thing.
I
There's like
can't.
a tea that he makes and a little meal, and then he sits down. And at the end of it, he's in this cabin with a tiny TV. He's playing like Duck Hunter, bro.
You mean Duck Hunt, but
I do mean Duck
you
Hunt.
mean Duck Hunt. Awesome.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Hello,
And then,
buddy.
so the guy I was going to bring up before, I forgot who he is. As if his name would matter here.
I don't know.
He like makes like ancient tools, and he's like, what? What's so funny?
We're so deep in. This is so niche now.
He's like,
there's a guy who makes ancient tools.
he has like a piece of like cowhide on his leg, and he holds like a piece of obsidian, and he takes a rock and
What's
he like
obsidian?
Obsidian is like super cooled lava that becomes glass.
Oh.
And like a lot of like ancient I was gonna say companies. No. Ancient cultures and civilizations would make tools out of this shit because when it breaks so thin and it's like 30 times sharper than a scalpel, and you don't need to sharpen it because the more it breaks, it just breaks thinner and thinner.
Oh.
So like old swords, look up old obsidian swords. Look that up right now. Old obsidian swords.
Do they sell this? Let's get a sword.
Let's get a sword in here?
Yeah.
Old obsidian swords. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, they put them on like paddles and stuff.
And they were like the ancient, oh man, I feel bad that I won't be able to understand like correctly.
It's Aztec.
Aztec, okay. And they would like shing, but then they'd catch them and they'd rip it, and it would just fuck their shit up.
damn, dude. I'm not on ancient tool making TikTok.
Yeah. But he holds
Whoa, are
it.
those obsidian fucking butt plugs?
I was trying to look for prices, but yeah, then these popped up.
But
Wow.
like if he like takes it and he's like, bang, and he hits it with a rock and it like pokes it like it cuts off. Damn. Yeah.
Cuts off.
It cuts off.
Dude, TikTok's got some great stuff.
TikTok.
You know, honestly, I'm kind of sick of people like
The
us
real world?
just talking. Like, let's see some skills. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
I think what we do is very skilled. I think in a
it
different
ain't
way.
making obsidian swords.
I mean, you wouldn't see them going and selling out Radio City. What are they gonna do?
I would buy a ticket to that. If there was a hold on,
Yeah.
if I could go to a show
Where they just
where a
do
guy's
that?
gonna, you go to like a paint and sip and you're like, haha, like if someone's like, yo, we're gonna make ancient fucking swords in here, and we're gonna drink some wine. That's probably a little too
All right,
dangerous.
shut up. What if it's, you know how they would do like the old timey like people watching surgeries in like the theater in the round?
I think they still do that.
Yeah, I mean, weird now that we do that. Like we could.
It's for students.
I know, but still stupid. Like if they.
I think the students should learn how to do surgery
Yeah,
before
they
they
could
do
be in the
surgery.
room. They don't need to be watching it like a fucking vulture.
How you gonna? How you get out? You're not.
Can
in
I
his way.
sit with you and watch? Yeah, done. You don't need to fucking have it in a pod where people watch you like it's a lion's den. I think that's actually what they call it. Or maybe that was a wrestling match that
Frank, they
included
have to see
Ken
into the
Shamrock,
body, into
Ken
the body.
Shamrock and Steve Blackman.
Those are wrestlers.
They were. But
Yeah, I don't
see,
know
I lost
either.
it
I
now.
have
Now
no
I lost
idea
it.
where
now
we were.
you've offended me.
The thing.
You've
offended me.
But if they did that, but like in there, they're not doing surgery. They're just like shaping wood into a canoe.
Yeah.
Just like woodworking. There's that guy. Remember that guy who went viral years ago on Twitch? He's I think he's from New Zealand or from Australia, and he's just a big happy dude, and he's just like, all right, we're gonna make a paddle today, and he's just like and like someone gifted him a sub, and he's like, oh, I want to send you the money back. You don't need to do that. I just like doing this, and now he's huge, dude.
Yeah.
Very, very underrated impression that he did.
I feel like I've.
It was
It
good.
was very good.
It's funny
His name
because
was like Brox or something like that.
that's a sick name,
So cool.
but that's also the impression he does for David Beckham.
Well, no, David Beckham is here. He's not doing it.
now do the guy.
All right. Maybe it's a little close.
You know what? They are pretty similar.
But one of them, bro, if I saw David Beckham and I heard him talk like that, I know I could beat him up. If I saw this guy, I know I can't.
David Beckham.
You think
man.
realistically you could beat up David Beckham?
Absolutely not. I've seen him. I mean, maybe
You've seen him sitting down, Joey.
he was standing at one point.
But he's not that tall. He's what, like, he's like your height, like 5'1"?
You bastard. He's 6 foot.
Well,
Height and weight. I mean, he's definitely 150. I'll dog him when it comes to that.
so he's got it. So he's 6 feet.
what the?
75
Is fucking is
75
stats?
75 kilos is 75 kilos. That's like 170.
Are we sure about that?
I have no idea how to do the conversion, to be honest.
75 kilos to pounds. 163.
163.
Oh, see that? Confidence paid off. Now I look smarter to everyone that thought
I feel like
knew
you
it.
just like I'm trying to picture his body and how much he would weigh.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But 6 feet, you're done. You're toast. This guy's got a good 10 inches on you.
Oh, all right. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, no. I guess shout out to David Beckham and his wife, Victoria.
You ever
Why
see that,
am I doing that?
You ever see that clip of where she's just like talking about like my dad, we had it so hard, and he's like in the back, David Beckham's in the background, he's like, what school did your dad drop you? What car did your dad drive you to school in?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she's like, it doesn't matter, David. He's like, what car? And she's like, David, it doesn't matter. He's like, it was a bloody Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Or something
Yo,
like
I'm
that.
a big fan of Bloody, by the way. When people from like England
Yeah.
say, "Oh, it's bloody crazy," or like whatever, and I'm on cheeky too now.
Cheeky, I really, like, I love the idea of cunt, but like, we can't do it here.
We could.
Cheeky.
Cheeky's cool,
Cheeky's cool because it's playfully naughty. You know what I mean?
but if you
like,
say cheeky cunt, you could probably get away with that.
You're cheeky bloody. What comes next?
Cunt.
So we're gonna do. I actually planned on this. We're gonna do an episode of like Europe slang before we go over there. So we'll be well
Versed.
I was gonna say endowed for some reason.
We won't be that.
We'll be well versed before we go over there. But speaking of well versed, there's actually something that I saw that I wanted to bring up. I don't know if you saw this. It's been
This is not gonna have anything to do with well versed, huh?
no, or well endowed, or maybe
Speaking of well versed, here's something that has nothing to do with
no.
that.
Well endowed might be the thing.
Oh.
I'm not going to show
Which
you.
means big dick.
Yeah. By the way, I'm not showing you a picture of a dick. Just
That'd be great.
okay. I'm not. I promise. But
This just sounds like you are now.
no. But it's been going on the around on the internet. So there's a woman who look at me, Joey. There's a woman who was going through her dead grandmother's like belongings, after, because grandmothers be dying. I mean, we know that.
They do be dying.
And found this card in her dresser. And show the first one first. Yeah. So that one. So this is a card that was in her dresser, presumably from the 50s or 60s, for Dr. Dan. Expert plain and fancy fucking evenings by appointment only.
This is awesome.
Grandma was getting it, dude. So, I mean, we can just
Cut
go
rate to a party of 6 or more?
satisfaction with one hard-on.
This dude was giving out 6-man discounts.
Yeah. So, first of all, way to go, Dr. Dan. All the way. Also, spelling doctor wrong. Is it doctor or doctor? Is that spelled
No,
right?
that's wrong. Doctor.
It is doctor.
Yeah.
So this guy didn't want to get in trouble.
I don't think this man is a doctor.
I don't think he's a fucking doctor either, dude.
What are the lines of being a doctor, though? I think that's something that we definitely have to ask.
Schooling.
Really?
Yep.
Because you could be a doctor of thugonomics. Look at John Cena. You could be...
Maybe to you.
But this guy knew...
Extra attention given to neglected married women.
Also, bottom right corner, widow's a specialty.
How he specializes in widows?
There's one part of this that you are vastly overlooking.
Virgins treated gently.
Spinsters satisfied. What the hell's a spinster?
What is that?
What's a spinster? Spinster. What is that? It sounds like Chucky Finster, which I think doesn't mean anything compared to this.
Who is that?
Chucky Finster?
I don't even know why.
Chucky Finster. Tommy Pickles.
Oh, that's his last name? Chucky?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. By appointment only is great. You can't just walk in here with a party of 6.
So this was clearly... So Grandma was...
She was getting...
She needed Dr. Dan.
I'm assuming, Grandpa died. She became a widow. And that's
What do you call this? A gigolo? Is that what that technically is?
I think so, yeah.
Or a male prostitute?
Yeah, it could be.
I gotta say...
this is a doctor, friend.
I gotta say. Gigolo? Cool word. It's a fun word. It reminds me of Jell-O.
It does.
It reminds me of...
Say it, R. Kelly.
God damn it, I wasn't going there. That is a...
I'm a gigolo, always on the go. Imagine making a song about, like...
It was a gigolo spending lots of dough.
Oh.
Do you
I
remember
thought he was
who
always
sang,
on the go.
Do you remember who sang that song? He did the
R.
hook.
Kelly.
He did the hook. Do you remember whose song that actually was?
No.
The signs were there,
Stop.
man.
P. Diddy?
No, the signs were there. It was Nick Cannon.
Was it a Nick Cannon song?
Yeah. You don't need to pull up
Absolutely do not pull it
I
up.
mean, the song kind of hits. I think it was on, like, Now That's What I Call Music, like 7 or 8. And I remember...
Why do you know that?
Because we had those. My mom would get us those albums.
You had all the Now That's whatever?
Not all of them, but we had a few.
Did you have any kids, Bob?
No, thank God. Thank God. You had Kids Bop?
I did.
You would, Kids
Your
Bop.
kids,
You bop.
Your parents probably loved that you were a kid bopping.
I guess.
I don't even know how to understand that.
Do you remember any of the good Kids Bop? Like, did you, like, legit listen to it, or did you know immediately, like, this is...
I just remember some of them were pretty good. That's
Like
all I remember.
what?
I don't remember. I couldn't tell you.
It's kind of a bananas move to be like, yo, let's take popular songs, make kids sing them, and then sell CDs and give them probably nothing.
Oh, yeah. Did I tell you that there was a company who reached out to invite me to Kids Bop?
Yeah, they tore.
They tore, and they were just like, bring the family, which is cool.
By the
very
way-
gracious. But then they were like, meet the stars of Kids Bop.
Right.
And I was like,
It's like, I'm not going to meet Tommy, bro. What am I going to do?
what song do you like, you know?
Yeah. I was going to ask, tour? Like, that's how you say it?
Tour.
Do you say tour?
Or you say tour.
Going on tour.
Tour, yeah.
Tour.
Tour?
See, like, yeah, people say tour.
I think it's just a regional difference, you know
Is
what I
it?
mean? I don't think there's much.
Someone from New York one time was like, tour. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Tour? Yeah.
I also pronounce a lot of words wrong, but,
Well, we're New Yorkers. We do, coffee, chocolate.
everyone gets on me for axe.
Well, that's because you're just saying it wrong, but I understand.
Yeah, I don't have time.
So, just based off of what you're seeing here,
Yeah.
if you knew someone that needed a little fancy fucking,
Right. If there was neglected married women, then who better to call than a doctor?
I mean, here's the thing. Nothing here that says it's only for women. Extra attention given to neglected married women.
That's fair. That's fair.
Nothing that says
Right.
he's not Dr. Dan isn't given the Dr. Dick to dads.
And the virgins are treated gently, which is
what you
nice.
want to hear.
Exactly.
You know, you want them to be treated with
we
respect.
we don't want anyone treated not gently unless
Yeah.
they don't want to be treated gently. In that case,
I really hope there's nothing about this that has come out that has been like bad or dark, because then we sound bad. But like, if
what
Doctor,
did we say?
I'm
We're
just
not the
saying.
doctor.
I know. I'm just saying. All right. So now, Joey, there is another portion of this, which is the back of the card.
Wait, hold on real quick. I just want to point this out. There's a photo right underneath
People
this.
hugging.
So it's so funny that there's like a family photo or her and her husband, and then right under that, Dr. Dan
honest.
with the dick out.
Because your grandmothers are all gone.
Right.
If you had gone,
You made it sound like I have 20 of them.
both your grandparents are gone.
Yeah.
Both sets of grandparents are gone.
Yeah.
You're clean
Everyone's
slate.
cleaned out.
Cleaned out.
Yeah, we're empty.
Gotcha. If you found this in your grandmother's drawer, would you be hype or would you be like, Grandma?
Frank. Oh, if she's alive?
Mm-hmm. Well, no. If she's
Oh, if she died.
current situation.
If my grandmother died and we went to her house and I found this,
Yeah.
I'm putting it in a frame and I'm hanging it
Really? You're that pumped?
100%.
Yeah, I would.
This
kinda-
is honestly like finding the Declaration of Independence.
There's also something sad about this, because at the time women were not that they're treated great now, but
Do we know what time this was?
So we're gonna get into that. So I think I tried finding the original post and I couldn't find it. I think it's around the 60s.
Okay.
So there's another part of this before Ant pulls it up that includes what is offered by Dr. Dan, what his services.
The services, okay.
The services. So in addition to what the services are going to pull up, we went the extra mile here at the Basement Yard. We take research very seriously when it is stupid. And we did a conversion of what the cost would be
Oh, with inflation?
with inflation, adjusted for inflation.
Love that.
So
Perfect.
why don't we pull up the next...
Why don't we get to the ads and then we'll get to this?
All right, yeah, ads, and then we'll talk about Dr. Dan giving that... Go to the ads.
Yeah, thank God. First off here, we got Omaha Steaks. Omaha Steaks, they make amazing steaks, okay? Legendary steaks. They sent a box of them to me and Frank, and we are very excited about that. They're in my freezer freezing right now. They have been America's original butcher since 1917, okay? Way before Dr. Dan. They delivers the world's best steak experience and brings people together with more than 100 years of family-owned expertise. But yeah, now during their semi-annual sale, you can get 50% off site-wide at Omaha Steaks. Plus, our listeners will get an extra $30 off with the promo code BasementYard at checkout. Okay, you're saving tons of money here, and these are great steaks, and they have a bunch of different cuts. So if you're having a party or anything like that, or you're just a steak lover, you can get them at Omaha Steaks. So grass-fed, grain-finished beef has more marbling for exceptional flavor and is the choice of steakhouses and professional chefs around the world. So you're getting that kind of quality steak. All right. So don't miss the semi-annual sale at Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide, and for an extra $30 off, use the promo code BasementYard at checkout. Okay. So saving a ton of money there. 50% off omahasteaks.com and get that extra $30 off with the promo code BasementYard. Go get yourself some steaks, all right? And we also have Caraway, okay? Good looking, clean cooking. There's a lot of pots and pans out there, and, we've learned over the years that cooking with them enough, you can kick up some dirt, and there's some toxins that are in the things that they are using to protect the pots or whatever, and it's not good because it gets into your body. But with Caraway, we got rid of that, okay? Like microplastics and stuff like that. The amount of plastic in brain samples has increased 50% since 2016. I'm going to think about that for the rest of the afternoon and scare myself. A single scratch on Teflon cookware can release over 9,000 microplastic particles. Also going to think about that. But Caraway kitchenware is crafted with sustainable, non-toxic materials, premium stainless steel, natural slick ceramic, and more to help you create a safer, healthier home, okay? So if you do a lot of cooking, just better to have a pot that is not going to kick up any microplastics into your body, so it's nice. I have it, and they're also beautiful. Okay, not for nothing. There's got some very pretty colors, and it's nice aesthetically. It's not like this, whack-looking thing. But anyway, there's no better time to make healthy swap to Caraway, our favorite cookware set. Save you $150 versus buying the items individually. If you visit carawayhome.com/basement, you can take an additional 10% off of your next purchase, okay? This deal is exclusive for our listeners, so visit carawayhome.com/basement or use the code BASEMENT at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern. Enjoy that.
Yeah, and you know what? If you're cooking something up in the kitchen, why don't you throw on more of us? More of the Basement Yard, which you can get at patreon.com/thebasementyard. Thank you so much to everyone that continues to support us, especially the people that support us over on Patreon, which is kind of realistically the most direct and easiest way to support us. Go to patreon.com/thebasementyard. Sign up today for that first tier, and you get these weekly episodes 1 week in advance. And then that second tier, well, you'll get exclusive episodes every single Friday at 7 a.m. like clockwork, baby. Our biological clock is ticking right along for you, okay? So, yeah, thank you, Ant. So go over to thebasementyard.com/ patreon.com/thebasementyard to check that out. We thank you guys so much for continuing to support us, and we appreciate it. And if you can't do it, it's okay. I completely understand. But please do it. Joe holds a gun to my head when you're not here and the cameras aren't on. Also, if you're coming to any of the Europe shows, we're doing shows in Scotland, London, Dublin. If you're coming to any of those shows, make sure you check out thebasementyard.com/submit. A part of the Basement Yard Experience shows that we've incorporated into each of the shows is that we like to talk to you guys, with you guys, about you guys, and we ask you fill out a little questionnaire, include some funny stories, something scandalous. We've had several people tell us about their significant other cheating on them with their parents. It's crazy. So go check it out at thebasementyard.com/submit. Tell us what show you're coming to, fill out the questionnaire, and then you never know. Maybe we'll talk to you about you. We're not sure. So thank you again. We appreciate it, and we'll see you in Europe.
I love the to you, about you, from you, to you.
Well, I'm very
in the
good
name
at
of the
this,
Father and the Son.
obviously. So, okay. So here is the price list that Dr. Dan was so kind to provide us with. So we're going to go from the top down, baby. Top down price list. Starting off clear cut, okay? Plain insertion.
Plain. No pepperoni.
No pepperoni.
No sausage.
No.
Maybe sausage.
There's sausage.
Just sausage.
Well,
$20.
$20. Now, with caresses,
$27. Yo, $7 for caresses? What are we talking about, by the way?
Well, caresses we've figured out is back of the hand.
Yeah.
Back of the hand. So like this, because a caress adds a level of intimacy.
I don't know that I've ever caressed.
So what Dr. Dan is clearly doing here, obviously, is establishing as a businessman that he is no nonsense.
Right. $20.
$20 for just the base insertion.
Is there tax?
That's a great question. I imagine that Dr. Dan does not report any of his income from this.
I don't think so. I don't think he has an LLC.
So $20 for a flat insertion with caress, $27. And just for shits and giggles, can you let us know in 1960 what $20 or $27 would be in 2025 inflation?
Insertion with caresses, $27 would be $289.
So base pay,
$290 basically.
Also,
to get caressed and flirt.
Now, you're a businessman.
Yeah.
A lot of people respect you, myself included, as a businessman. Do you think he's missing out here in any way because he's clearly establishing flat rate for plain insertion? Do you think he should charge per percentage of insertion?
What does that mean?
Just the tip.
Oh.
Tip in 40%, 50%.
Does anyone really do just the tip?
I don't know,
I
but
don't think that's a thing.
I mean, listen, there are people out there that dress up like SpongeBob and scream at each other during sex. I'm sure people do that.
Yeah, but they don't go just the tip. They put the whole fucking Krabby Patty in there. You know?
Listen, if Nickelodeon didn't have bigger fish to fry, they would have come here and shut that down.
Probably, yeah.
But I mean, potentially, as a businessman,
$289
for just a plain insertion.
It's plain.
Now.
It's not a bad starting point.
Now.
Okay.
the next line makes me think that this is just flat out missionary. Inverted positions.
What is an inverted position?
I would imagine anything other than
Inverted sounds inside out.
Doctor.
You know what I'm saying?
You're kind of not wrong.
Like a 69 is inverted?
I think inverted is just like in this sense that Dr. Dan is defining it different. So if I was a businessman here, which I'm not,
Okay.
I would say, well, Dr. Dan, you need to explain what your base position is.
Mm-hmm.
Define that, because there's certain legal things here that is not lining up.
Inverted positions. So is this, I assume this is on top of what?
Yeah, because the next line says dog fashion
Right, and that's $22.50 as well.
with included barking and yelping.
Barking and yelping. Yelping is funny.
Well,
Yike! That's what I picture a yelping. With barking and yelping is $25. Just doggy style, $22.50. Not bad. Barking and yelping being $2.50 seems fair to me.
I mean,
Put in $2.50. What would that be?
so an extra $2.50.
$2.50.
$26
Whoa, that's way too much.
barking.
$2.50 in 19. What was this? 1960 we're doing.
We're saying 1960.
So
yeah.
1960 would be $26 now. I'm not throwing that in. I'm not barking
For
and yelping.
$26, barking and yelping. Well, I imagine, so he's doing the barking and yelping.
Womb stretch.
you're
$39.25.
You're jumping ahead here, Joey.
Jumping ahead. What's a womb stretch? Is this that? You're going like this?
I mean,
Bro, what's $39.25? Put that in. That's got to be.
Okay.
$300.
What is it? 25? Here we go.
$421 to get your womb stretch? Honestly,
What
if
is a
you're
womb stretch? That sounds like it's medicinal. Maybe Dr. Dan does have some knowledge.
That sounds like a birth.
Maybe he's like a part-time obstetrician.
Is that a doctor name?
That's what the OB and OBGYN stands for, brother.
Fire. That you know that. Barking and yelping right now sounds so not worth it when you consider if you just level up a little bit, you can get
I
a
mean,
womb
listen,
stretch.
if you already got $27 for caressing,
Yeah.
you might as well
Bro, you might as well.
You might as well throw barking in there.
If you're into stretch. Oh, that's you caressing.
That's caressing. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got
It's
you.
the caress and the bark.
I'm understanding.
Can you give me your best bark? No.
What kind of dog?
Well, so he specifies barking and yelping. So I imagine barking is a larger dog.
You're like, and then yelping's like, so he's doing both. There's two dogs. Now I understand why it's $2.50.
You had it. You
Do like a little teacup Yorkie. Holy shit, that was incredible.
Yeah. So
That was really good. Dude.
I can see why the yelping. There's people that work right behind that wall,
I
by the way,
know.
that are confused.
Yep.
Okay.
The womb stretch though, $420.
What is a womb stretch? Because that
I
honestly,
think that's like you want to stretch it. So you're
but
probably
that sounds like more, like I said, medicinal.
maybe that's fisting. Because that'll stretch it. That will stretch it.
Joey, you can't.
Of course it will. Everyone knows
Can't.
that.
All right, we got to move on from the womb stretch.
Wait.
$50 for tongue bath.
A tongue bath? $50?
I mean,
I'd rather be stretched in my womb.
Joey, at the time, there were not. What is a tongue bath, by the way? I imagine that's cunnilingus.
Well, no, because the next is muff dive. That's
What is the difference between. All right.
Oh, muff dive is if you have hair.
So, I mean, so then by appointment, you need to hope that this guy is a beard. Because muff dive might not be always available.
Muff, I think, is pubes.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe he charges like if you are.
If you got a lot of pubes.
If you have a lot.
I need $50 extra. Because a regular tongue bath is $50. A muff dive is $100. This guy seems misogynistic to me. Why can't women have a?
Well, we at the time
$500.
$536. Hey, man. Well, at the time, women would be like, I'm not feeling great because I've been home all week with the kids, and he's like, you're crazy. I'm gonna get you a lobotomy. So clearly, men had no sense of being a gentleman.
Yeah,
back
have
then.
a cigarette about it.
Yeah, exactly. You're pregnant. Here, just smoke this. You'll feel great.
$100. Put that in. How much is $100 with
I mean, we could do the simple math. It's
For a
1,000.
muff
Yeah, it's 50 was 7. Yeah.
Bro, a muff dive for $1,000. Dr. Dan may be a little out of the price range of a normal purse.
Well, I mean,
That's a lot.
clearly this gentleman was one of a kind. I mean, have we seen other or heard of any other
Doctors?
by the way, also giving out cards? This was like the Sesame Drinks card that we knew when we were. Maybe that's what
Yeah.
Dr. Dan evolved into. He stopped pleasuring lonely widows, and he started selling alcoholic drinks.
Yo, this is also kind of crazy right now because there is a womb stretch on this thing, but on the front of the card it says being gentle with virgins. I don't know how gently you can.
Can you do me a favor?
stretch.
Urban Dictionary tongue bath. Just so
look
we're on
that
the
up,
same
yeah.
page.
What do you think it is? Like, what do you think?
I think it's
just
eating
putting
out, cunnilingus.
Oh, is it maybe a tongue bath is just like soaking but tongue? You know what I'm saying? Like just taking a bath, just chilling out.
Tongue bath, the art of licking the entire body of your partner. A literal, like you're a dog.
Oh.
So it's literally he's
licking her whole body.
He's doubling down on the barking and yelping, and now he's like, we're a dog as it is.
Now I understand why it's $50. That's a big job to lick a whole body.
Oh my god, and that could be a disgusting job. Have you ever licked your hand or arm? That could be gross.
I've watched you lick your hand a lot.
Yeah, my hands are a little dry right now. I haven't moisturized
Yeah,
today.
you lick them like a cat.
But basically, that's what he's doing. So then just do me a favor. Confirm what a muff dive is on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, I would
Just
say-
so we're all on the same page. So we know what we're paying for. Honestly, $50 for a tongue bath might be lowballing it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's what it sounds like.
Performing all sex on a female.
Okay,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So we figured that.
Okay. Good.
All right. So time limits per hour.
$37.50 on top of all this.
So yeah. So if you're doing an hour of plain insertion, that's running you $57.50. Now, you're getting into, I imagine a tongue bath comes with a minimum amount of time. You know, like union rules, it's like if you have them come in for even 20 minutes, they need a minimum of 4 hours of pay.
And like they're going to take a break in the middle of that.
Yes, they need their union mandated breaks depending on the amount of time before they go into compliance. We don't want to get into HR issues here, which clearly Dr. Dan is worried about.
OSHA certified.
Yeah.
Also, all night being 12 hours, bro. Whose night is 12 hours? That's bananas.
The world's night is 12 hours, brother.
Nah, night is not 12 hours.
Standard night is 12 hours.
No, it's not. We have evening.
I think at the time, Joey,
There was only day and night. This is bullshit.
I mean, that
$150.
sounds about right. All night, 12 hours, 150 flat rate.
Hold.
All right. So as Joey is clearly skipping ahead here into the bottom portion of this,
We have the sides.
we have the
We've got to the entree.
the shareables.
The shareables.
So extra attention. The first one there for $1.15, you could do titty chewing.
What is that?
I don't know.
We know what it is.
I don't know what
You want me to chew on those tits?
I mean, a titty chewing sounds like there's more teeth involved than normal.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, like, yeah, what is this?
Dude, you know that, like, John D. Rockefeller's The Neglected Wife is just like, give me everything on the menu.
Chew on my
Two of
tits.
everything.
Yeah. Titty chewing? Chew on my tits.
For
like a
$1.15,
cat.
some people, you know, there have been claims that people get off just from titty play.
Yeah, there are. No,
So-
there's no claims. There's scientific. There's a small percentage of women who can orgasm just through titty play. I don't know that from experience. Relax. I just
He's
know
never
it because
I've-
from
from any experience experienced orgasm.
I'm a virgin who needs gentle Dr. Dan. But titty chewing, $1.50. French kissing. I love that he specified mouth.
$2.75. Steal.
Yeah.
And then underneath it says
pussy.
C muff and C muff dive.
See muff dive?
C muff, and the eye is upside down.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the French kissing is for the mouth this price, but if they want it somewhere else, they need to refer to muff dive.
Got it.
Oh,
See, thank God you're
genius,
here.
genius, Aunt. Clearly, Aunt.
Yeah, good for you,
You got
buddy.
any grandparents named Dan?
Yeah. A French tickler.
Taking
I've
over
never-
the family business.
There's a French tickler involved. 325.
French
I mean,
tickler,
we're
what is
back to
that?
Urban Dictionary. We gotta find out what
French
that is.
tickler. I imagine
it's something like but on a butt. I think it's something with a butt. A French tickling, eating a
French
butt.
tickler, a sexual device in the form of a condom containing a massaging accessory at the tip. It's 1960.
Wow.
This guy, what was it? The Nikola Tesla of sex?
Yeah.
Used for
A massaging accessory at the
why
tip.
does it specify used by those who play guitar and suck toes to do both incredibly? What does the play guitar have to do with it?
I couldn't tell you.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Then we have a finger diddle, which we know what that is.
We figured out what
obviously.
the finger diddle is.
And
yeah.
then we
and
have
then Vaseline
Vaseline
if
if
needed.
needed.
Flat rate $125.
That
I mean,
makes sense.
Of course, there are some people that require that $125, a $13
Bottle of
upcharge.
Vaseline. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean a bottle, dude.
yeah. Whoa.
And this was when it was made from like legit like petroleum. Like you were basically getting like gasoline rubbed on your shit.
Yeah. This is crazy.
Is there a number on the front?
No, I checked for that.
Okay, god damn.
See, here's the thing too. They have this, but it's kind of mysterious because you have no way of getting in contact.
Is it? I imagine there's gotta be.
You just got to run into the doctor again.
Did they have phones in the 60s?
Yeah,
dude.
What do you mean?
The
Did
fuck?
they have phones? Have you never seen anything from that time?
This phone's probably from the 60s.
Yeah, that's more like the 70s. I know my phones.
Oh. I know my phones.
I would say that's probably from the 70s. Could you imagine just being like, pick that up and calling Dr. Dan on a rotary phone?
Imagine the other one where it's like you have two pieces and you're like, "Hello, Dr. Dan, come chew on my tits." Titty chewing's bananas.
Titty chewing is pretty.
Yeah, that's cool though. I like that.
I hope wherever Dr. Dan is, I imagine he's dead, just like the rest of everyone at that time.
Yeah, he probably is.
Crazy.
You don't make it out after. this.
Crazy.
He's not living a long life.
Bro, if I, like, seriously, if I had grandparents that, like, loved each other, I saw this, I'm like, what the fuck? This would ruin my, because you know how, like,
This would ruin your life. You'd be
Bro-
so upset by this for some reason.
well, no, if it was just, like, farting, if it was, like, an old-timey gramophone recording of my grandmother farting, I'd be pissed.
It's a giant gramophone, and he's like, plays it. Grandma.
I told you, when my grandmother died, we found, like, saucy letters that her and my grandfather sent back and forth to each other.
Oh, like,
But it
I
was-
can't wait to see your ankles.
Yeah, basically, yeah, because my grandfather was in the Korean War, and they, like, wrote messages back and forth, like postcards.
Damn.
And it was just like, one of them was just like, I can't wait to hold you in my bosom. And like,
That's
that
fire. That's basically titty chewing.
that was sex.
Yeah, dude.
That was sexting at the time.
I've never found anything of my dead grandparents, anything horny, honestly.
I mean, sex is a part of life. So like, you do have to imagine that like your grandparents were doing it crazy, you know?
My grandpa on my mom's side was dead before I was born.
That's right. Yeah.
So I don't know how much sex she was having.
Yeah. I mean, I think there was also a type of woman that was just like, I've lost my life partner and I'm just going to be celibate for the rest of my life.
She was very Irish and like traditional, like
Irish Catholic.
yeah, Irish
Yeah,
Catholic.
So that
she was like, God's watching, and now my husband's watching.
yeah,
me,
yeah,
I can't
yeah.
even
No,
do anything.
the vents didn't get cleaned out.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't think that we should say it like that.
I mean, my grandparents too. Although
Yeah.
I will say one of my grandparents, actually both of my grandfathers were kind of dogs.
In what way?
Not like in like the DAWG way.
Well-
Like they both had affairs and left their wives
Oh, okay.
and then went and had children with the other woman.
Right. So they
And-
were really interested in sex.
Yeah, and then like one of them, I'm not going to say who. I'll narrow it down to two.
We're not. I can't even follow your family.
Yeah,
tree
yeah, yeah. It'll be, honestly, me neither.
Because they mix. Because some of the branches go into the other branches. That's
You
why.
hear this shit? You hear this shit?
Oh, you're confused? His uncle, like,
No.
married his cousin or
There are
something.
two cousins that are distant cousins, like third cousins that
distant meaning they live 10 miles from each other. Go ahead.
they are now married.
That'll do something to the root of the tree.
Yeah, and they have a kid whose his eyes are in his mouth.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I don't even know if they were able to have kids.
God bless.
But no.
I think
but
that's a good place
what,
to start some ads, I think.
What,
Right?
Oh, I was gonna tell you about my.
Who's your uncle?
No, it's not. One of my grandfathers had an affair, and then was with the new woman and would fly the other woman, like his original wife,
The OG.
to come spend weekends with him.
In the house?
Yeah.
With his new wife?
Yeah. Crazy stuff.
Baller.
Baller.
That's crazy that you're just appropriating like the way that like fucking people did that.
I mean, you told that story with a smile on your face. I feel like I'm the only one who should get credit.
Look at
here.
this. Look at this. Look at this smile. There's no smile.
Sorry.
Watch it.
You're
giggles.
happy. You're happy. Any of your grandparents cheat on each other?
Probably.
Probably.
Maybe.
They were all. Let me guess. They were all happy
Are they
until the
alive?
end.
I got a pair.
You still got a pair left?
Wait, both of them or like one and one?
No, like
Hold on. Read the ads. I'm gonna ask you about your fucking old ass grandparents.
one of the pair's dead.
Okay. All right, cool. Why are we laughing at that?
Yeah, crazy.
Anyway, we do have some more sponsors here. We have Fitbod. Fitbod is going to create a personalized workout routine based on your goals, fitness level, and available equipment. So if you don't have access to a gym membership or anything like that, or there's like the gym's too far away, or I just don't like going to gyms, you can do so with just the equipment that you have in your apartment or your house. Even if you don't have equipment, you can also create a personalized workout routine for yourself through Fitbod. Workouts adapt to your growth, so each workout is challenging enough to push you to make progress. So it tracks your muscle recovery and things like that. You can't just go online and find a workout routine that's going to work for you. You have to make sure you're building off of your last thing, and also it's for your goals. If you want to lose body fat or you want to put on some mass or whatever the case is, it's very those things are very different. So not only that, but it's very educational as well. There's over 1,000 demonstration videos. So if you don't know anything about fitness and you're just starting out on your fitness journey, you can learn a lot with this as well. Because like I said, 1,000 demonstration videos. So level up your workout. Join Fitbod today to get your personalized workout plan. Get 25% off your subscription or try the app free for 7 days at fitbod.me/basement. That's fitbod.me/basement. All right. And lastly here, we have Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a lot of fun. It's the best way to get action on sports in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. The app is really easy to use. You create a lineup. All you have to do is pick more or less on a few players' stats for your shot to win up to 1,000 times your money. Okay? It's nice because you don't have to, you're not competing against pros or anything like that. You're just competing against these projections. So you can build these lineups, and all you have to pick is more or less. That's all, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Prize Picks, you can mix and match players' projections from different sports, combine your favorite basketball players with players from baseball, hockey, esports, and much more. They have a bunch of different sports to choose from. It's not just the main ones, so go check it out. It offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. So, download the app today and use the code BASEMENT to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Okay, so all you have to do is download that app, use the code BASEMENT to get $50 instantly after you play just a $5 lineup. So enjoy, have fun, and be responsible. All right, folks. What was that? There's a lot of construction going on.
There is a lot of bangs, and none of them are from Dr. Dan.
I'm sure there's tons from Dr. Dan.
So you got a pair left?
I got a pair.
Good for you, man. Are they like, how old? Are they in their 70s or 80s?
70s.
Wow, so they're young.
What?
Late 70s.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, still kind of relatively. I
Okay.
guess not. Everyone back then, they were having kids. They were like, you're 20 now. Time to have a child.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Crazy. You like them?
Yeah.
What do you call them? Something white? Like
Oh my God, do you have those names?
Pim Pum
Well, it's-
and a game goof.
It's my Italian side, so it's Nono and Nonna.
Oh, okay.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, I like that.
Did
Just-
you, abuela?
Abuelita, abuelito, yeah, and then yaya and papu.
His accent is so fake.
No, that's what we say, yaya.
Yeah, and Papu.
I mean, yaya, you were there, yaya.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
You can't not say that, but papu.
I never met Papu.
Yeah, he was.
Did
alright.
you?
Yeah. We used to see him. He lived
When
in
did he croak?
the same year as my grandmother, as his ex-wife.
Damn. So
He came to the wake, and he was just like, he showed up.
he came to the wake and
Yeah.
then died that year.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Old people die because of broken hearts. It's kind of.
I mean, no, I don't think he had a broken heart. I think he was like super cool.
He was super cool with it. I mean, he showed up, bro. Probably broke his fucking heart.
Guy was honestly, bro. If I showed you a picture of this man, you'd say, "Get the fuck out of here,"
Why?
because there's the Greekest looking man on the planet. The Greekest looking man. I'll show you. I'm not gonna go.
I'm
and look.
picturing cigarettes
Hell yeah.
and gold chains,
I don't remember gold chains.
hairy chests.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The mustache, dude. You couldn't believe it. I fuck. I really want to show you right
Wife
now.
beater sitting down outside of a cafe. This is me.
This guy, he had several restaurants. He was like a cook,
Wow.
and that's guy was fucking something. But yeah, he came to my grandmother's, and he'd scare me when we were kids. He'd pop his teeth out. He had dentures. He'd look at me and he'd go, and he'd fucking drop his teeth out of his mouth and scare the shit out of me. He's a good guy.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about this thing. Apparently, there was a. Wait, before I even get to that, which probably at this point we will never get to, but I wanted to ask you this question that I thought of yesterday, and I was like, would you drink a full? Let me just pull it over here. Would you drink a full 16-ounce cup, right?
A
so
pint.
like a draft beer
A point.
of a random person's piss, right? If it meant you could be granted one wish, it can't be money, and you can't throw up. You can't throw up, or else it doesn't count.
Yeah, you think you can do that? I start gagging right now, and you'll throw up.
I'll be all right.
If you
Get the fuck out of here.
16-ounce glass of a random person's piss, you have to get the whole thing down. You can't throw up.
Is there a time limit?
On what?
How long it takes me to drink this piss?
No, but why would you want to stretch it out?
I mean, if I only take a little bit and I stretch it out to, like 2-3 days.
Oh, no way. I think you just chug it as fast as you
Chug
possibly.
piss?
Yeah. If anything, you get one wish, and it can't be money.
So then what could the wish be?
There's other things in the world besides money, you pig.
Crazy with the pig.
What do you?
Crazy.
What would you wish for?
Am I? I have some questions.
Go.
Is the piss diseased?
So that's the thing. It's a random person's piss. If it is diseased,
Is it diseased?
If
piss?
it's diseased,
is it dirty piss?
here's the thing. If it's yellow, it ain't some clear, guy.
Okay, so I'll know it's piss. Like it's
It's
not like
piss.
There's no doubt about it.
it is so piss.
Is pee carbonated?
Shouldn't be.
No.
I've seen some bubbles in my pee.
Damn it.
He's going to the computer. A pee is not carbonated. Are we okay, guys? Do we even know what that means?
It's in there.
It can't be.
Is urine carbonated? I've always seemed so bubbly.
I think it's just like if you smash water.
Well, that's
together.
Quora. We don't know how accurate Quora is. Let's go to that one. Northwestern Medicine.
This is foamy urine. Oh my god! If we're gonna find out,
We're gonna find out I'm sick. Let's not click it. No, let's not click it. Let's not.
Frank's gonna find out.
Oh
he
no
has
no no!
An STD. What causes foamy urine? Your kidneys.
No, I think it just creates bubbles when it goes into the water.
I also think that too.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
It's
I
the
mean,
same
that's
reason
piss
why
in the
there's
bottles and
the
there are
foamy
bubbles in there.
sea.
Okay.
From sea to shining. Oh, they don't say foamy in that song, but
From
you know.
foamy sea to shining
Yeah.
sea.
What
So
other
is it a diseased piss?
So you don't know, but if it is a diseased piss, I don't even know. I'm sure you can get sick from drinking piss, probably. But like, if you drink the piss, it's not like you're impervious to the sickness. The only thing is you won't like have some long-lasting thing that happens.
So
to
if
you.
it's diseased, it might be something that's easily curable, whether it be that day or a
right,
couple
but you'll
weeks.
feel the effects of the piss.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's piss. Rarely poses a health risk.
Okay, so there you go.
I mean, of course, there's STDs and stuff in there that I would not want.
Can you get STDs from drinking piss?
I believe so.
I think this is all encompassing. I don't think you can.
Bro, it's like bodily
Pathogens
fluids.
contained in urine rarely poses a health risk.
Yeah, but bodily fluids. These bodily fluids do not spread HBV, saliva, tears, sweat, or pee.
No,
Huh,
you're good.
Interesting. Okay.
There you go.
Hmm.
Would you do it?
Ant has a question. Ant.
Can I chill it?
Great question. Can I
Yeah,
mix
yeah.
it with anything, or it's got to be straight pee?
No.
All right.
You could chill it, but you can't put ice cubes in it.
Well, then how are you chilling it? You just letting it sit in the fridge for...
Yes. Answer your own question very easily.
Pour it over, a couple dash of bitters. Can I make it into something else?
No. You have to taste the piss full on.
I mean, I'll taste the piss.
Yeah, no, you're going to have to full piss it. Because if I put it in like an alcoholic drink, like a pina colada,
That would be a good PP
it would be the
colada.
easiest piss I ever drank.
Yeah.
No,
you
but it has
drank
to be
more
full
piss?
You can put what?
You've drank more piss?
No, but it would be the easiest one I ever drank.
Yeah.
But if you put it in the freezer, you would just have to let it sit there, and you could like chill it in that way. But you can't put ice cubes in it, so straight piss.
I'll do it then.
But what would you wish for?
Teleportation.
Why did you do this? Like it didn't
Like-
matter
like-
what the wish for.
like-
That's the whole reason.
But
for
what am I
drinking
going
piss.
to... So for the, you can't see him, obviously, but Joey goes, what do you go wish for? He goes, teleportation. Like, obviously, idiot. Like, what else would I wish for?
I didn't know that it was obvious. I thought it was just like whatever, teleportation. Like I'm not even gonna think about it.
I
too
would
much.
wish... You know what I would wish for? I would do it, yes. Because, whatever, brother. Piss. Me and piss are like this at this point.
It is a random piss.
All
It's
right.
not your piss. Oh my.
I mean, if there's nothing about the piss that's going to be like... it's good. And you also said don't throw up. I'm taking the chance. There's a good shot I'm going to throw up.
and you would spread it out over a course of days.
Just 2 days. A little sip of piss. You know?
But I feel like that would just make the whole experience much worse. Like I'm continuously going back to
All
the
right, so
piss.
maybe I'll try to chug it. I don't know. In this hypothetical, I'm sorry I haven't figured
Can't
out.
hold your nose either. Can't hold your nose.
That doesn't work for me. People that
Me
do that
either.
where they're like, and they
No.
take a shot, still
You
taste
do
it.
that shit.
No, I
Yeah, you do.
Do you?
don't think.
Yeah, you
so.
do.
I thought he does.
I don't know. I'm just gonna. I'm backing you up here.
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking the chance, and then I'm wishing for, like, Tony Stark level intellect. I'm talking like the brains to be able to do anything and figure out anything.
I want to make it clear. So, not world peace. Not wishing for world.
I can hold on. I can.
Teleportation.
Yeah, what do you mean? So you're not taking world peace, Mister? I could fucking snap of a finger. You'd be Jumper. That's what you want to be? The 2006 movie Jumper?
He just wants to be able to get back and forth from Epcot. He's like, I could get to Disney like this.
Yeah. I'm saying, yeah, because with that intellect, I could solve world peace, you know? Tony Stark wasn't able to, but I could.
I don't think no one's smart enough to come up with world peace. I just don't think the rest of the world is willing.
That's true. That is true. But I would be willing. I'd be smart enough that I'd be able to make them willing, you know, with my Iron Man armor.
Is your wish that you'd be Iron Man?
No, but just like Bruce Wayne level intellect. Because with that intellect,
He picked 2 billionaires, by the way.
well, Bruce Wayne is not just by the way, he's known to having a genius level intellect. It's not like I'm picking like Elon Musk, who very well could be a dummy, you know?
No, I'm saying you did pick 2 billionaires, though.
Okay, but all right, Charles Xavier intellect.
Isn't that just mind reading?
Well, no, he's also very smart.
I don't know.
Before that,
He's a
he did-
professor.
He's a professor. There's so many. Sorry that all the smart people I can realize. Stephen Hawking, you know,
Yeah.
very smart.
Very smart.
You know, but I'm just saying,
Yeah. But you say like you would want to be as smart as humanly
the
possible.
smartest to ever exist. That like there's nothing out of my intellectual reach.
Okay. Drinking piss to get there.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, listen, man.
Now,
That's life. You can't make an omelet without cracking a couple eggs. You can't be smart without drinking a couple cups of piss.
Yeah. Can you? But okay. Same thing.
Wait, what are you wishing for?
What did I say? I said that I would wish for.
Oh,
that
I know.
I would never get sick.
Patek Philippe perpetual calendar. All
No,
right, all right.
I would never get sick.
That would be a good one. But I would be smart enough to figure out that I'd never I can never get sick.
I don't think that you.
The brain, I can cure the common cold.
What do you think? Because you're smart, bacteria dies?
Well, no. If my brain knows no bounds, then I would be able to solve all of the world's problems. Hunger, war,
You don't have to be a genius to
sickness.
Frank, you don't have to be a genius. Like I said, you can figure
But
out
if you-
how to do world peace, but people have to be willing.
Yeah, but I would be. But that's the other part of it, is that you need to be smart enough to understand how they're going to be willing. So I'd be smart enough to do it all.
No.
Yeah.
This kid is such a fucking... I'm so smart that I can convince people and manipulate the world, and I run the world. I'm
Well,
God.
now you used the M word. I never said manipulate. I just said that I'd be smart enough to figure it out.
Right.
Yep. What will you wish for? Oh, you said never get sick again.
I could never get sick. Like, I just know that, like, I'll just always be healthy no matter what.
But does that mean that you'll live forever?
No.
Because technically, dying of natural causes is as a result of sickness.
Yeah, so, like, I also thought about that, too. I mean, obviously, I'm still, like, I get hit by a bus. Like, that could happen.
Damn, that sucks.
It does suck, but that's a real
So why not
reality.
wish? So why not wish?
You can get hit by a bus, too, genius!
No, because I would be smart enough to not get hit
get
by
out
a
of the
bus.
way.
I'd be smart enough to not. I'd understand the probability of a bus hitting me that day, and I would remove myself from that opportunity.
Yo, you doing this as the smartest person in the world, I would kill you with a gun.
But I would know that you'd be pissed, and I would see the gun killing coming.
Would you see all the 30 hitmen I hired?
I've
the
seen-
assassins?
I knew that I would, like Ozymandias, another, again, a billionaire. You don't know who that is.
I don't know.
but
Who's Ozymandias?
from The Watchmen?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but now, same thing, and it can be money.
Okay. Human shit.
Log of poop.
One log?
Yeah, but like the master log.
What is this? I didn't know you had different rankings for craps.
But you know what I mean.
Just, all right, so a good, that's too big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just a log of solid shit this large.
And it's a random person, bro.
And I can't do anything to this log of shit.
You could use a fork and knife.
Can I throw up? Because that is going to make me throw up. That's going to make me throw up.
Yes,
dude.
you can throw up.
Yeah, so then I'm taking the shot, baby.
You're taking the shot.
Yeah.
And you're definitely getting sick. I mean, you're eating bullshit.
Well, actually, no, I'm not. And I'll tell you why. Because with the cup of piss, I have the genius intellect
different
to
worlds,
figure
Frank.
out how to become the smartest man, richest man alive.
No, this is the. What does that have to do with eating the shit?
I won't have to eat the shit and wish for money because I
Oh.
already have the intellect to figure out how to be the richest person on the planet.
Right.
And that doesn't even mean that I would use my intellect for that. Maybe.
He's like, if I'm smart, then I can invent. And now I'm back to the billionaire.
I
You
mean,
but like obviously different worlds. Would you eat the shit?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you know how much money I would pay to watch you even sit in front of a plate of human shit?
Me?
Yeah.
Why him? Why?
You would gag, maybe uncontrollably.
Oh my
You may suffocate from
You're
gagging.
not gonna, can I chill it?
What is this? Can I chill it?
Honestly, I feel like it'd be better hot.
No.
Hot and ready, like Little Caesars. Yeah. No, I don't know about that.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
god,
not
I'm gonna
great.
fucking throw up.
Can I chill it is such a funny question. Why, you want it to be like sausage?
You're making my eyes water, but you're not gonna get me.
I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him once.
You want it to be like sausage? I can see it happening. Slowly, I can see it in his face. He's gonna gag. What is that, bro? How come you are so
This is
like...
the easiest thing in the world.
It's crazy. Why would you want it chilled?
I feel like it'd be nicer.
I feel like it'd be nicer.
But like you want to be able to cut it like a sausage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chopsticks.
I got it.
Oh, like a sush?
It's kind of
Okay.
shishoos.
What about...
Oh no, I got hiccups now.
You deserve that a little bit.
That's kind of disgusting for some reason. Do you
Go,
have
keep
hiccups
going.
during this conversation?
Go, keep going. What were you gonna ask next?
What are you doing? Oh, is this how you're gonna get rid of him? Oh, you do the keep. You've done that a lot on the show.
Oh god.
Did it work?
Yeah. I mean. Yeah. So far.
Wow.
Um.
God bless.
Yeah. So Yeah. Well,
Can I
if
chill
it means a comfortable life for everyone I know, I will gladly eat a log of human shit.
6 ounces of semen.
6 ounces
What is that?
fluid ounces?
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a difference between fluid ounces and like just weight.
Can I pick the person?
No. 2 shots. Two shot glasses. I meant.
Oh,
2 shot glasses.
I don't know. I
Can
think
I
that's
pick
where
the
I
person?
Draw.
How would you even go about?
I think
picking
that's
that?
honestly. I think that's where I draw the line.
Semen.
Yeah.
2 shot glasses of blood.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll ask for a third.
What's it? Ew, dude.
I'm kidding.
2 bloods is crazy.
Nah, blooded. That's
Really? I'm disgusted by it.
really.
Like arm like blood.
If it's my own blood, I don't care.
It's not your blood. That's the point. It's a random person's blood. The idea of drinking a random person's blood is
Yeah,
so
it's disgusting. Let's be very clear. All this was gross and probably got us demonetized a while ago.
Probs.
But
Good morning to whoever is watching the show.
yeah,
like,
on
early.
their drive to work. We're like, it's gonna be a
It's gonna give you something
day.
to think about for the rest of the day, though, because you are gonna probably ask your friends, like, "Yo, you drinking this piss?"
That's a good question. Yeah, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna
Yo,
go
the
home.
piss thing is probably like anyone who says no is a fucking idiot, and you should kick them out of your lives. Like you should be able to easily drink
Bro,
a glass of piss.
piss means nothing to me.
Bear Grylls was pissing is drinking his own piss.
Now, Bear Grylls is different though.
I know, but like,
he's a weirdo. I think there's some stuff about Bear Grylls that is not very nice. Like he told
how about
someone
the fact that his name is Bear Grylls?
awesome. Definitely can't be his real name though.
Yeah.
Definitely. Give us that. Give
Oh
us
my
that,
god,
baby.
if he has like a whack name,
Yeah, if it's like Roger Stevenson, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Bear Grylls' real name.
Edward Michael.
His name is Edward Michael? Is anything in this world real?
No, it's not. And honestly, he deserves to drink his own piss.
He was given the nickname at a week old.
Oh.
His sister gave him the nickname Bear when he was a week old. Okay.
So it's not his own. All right, you know what? But he also perpetuates it. Because you know he goes around, he's like, my name's Bear. You know he does it. So,
Damn.
He's
What's
in
his wife's
trouble.
name?
Shauna, looks like. Shara?
What does that say?
Where? Oh, here. Shara Grills?
Shara? Oh, Shara Grills.
Shara Grills.
Or is that a weird Sarah?
Maybe.
It could be, because there's a lot of like Irish names that are like, it's spelled and it's like, the name is like Siobhan.
Yeah.
It's like.
But it's spelled like Sheboygan or something.
C-O-B-Han.
Yeah, like what are we doing here?
Yeah. Well, we don't want to offend anyone that speaks Gaelic, so.
Right.
Or anyone that watches that's named Siobhan.
Right.
Or anyone that's watching that's named Saoirse.
What's that?
That's another like Gaelic Irish name, like the actress Saoirse Ronan.
Ah.
It's spelled like Saoirse.
Soiree.
There's a lot of those. There's a lot of those like
There are.
really difficult to pronounce Gaelic names.
I used to tell people I was Gaelic because I just thought Gaelic meant Irish. I didn't know.
Oh, there's no way you were getting like when I heard Gaelic in like 2004, I was just like, huh?
A Gaelic?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Ew!
You speak what?
You're gonna Gaelic your boys?
That's an
anyway,
interesting question.
I think that's where we can end. Right there. You know what I mean?
With Gaelic.
right.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, all right.
Where can they find you, Frank?
Drinking a cup of piss to become the smartest man in the world.
I wish.
F Alvarez 8085 on Twitter, the Frank Alvarez on all other forms of social media. Go check it out. Patreon, patreon.com/thebasementyard. If you're coming to any of the shows in Europe, thebasementyard.com/submit. Go follow the Basement Yard on everything. Go follow Joe on everything. Go follow Ant on nothing. And then, yeah. You saw that coming. You did. You saw it.
Yeah, I did.
You saw it.
Would we calm down?
yeah.
Go.
Anyway, guys.
I love how he goes like this. He goes like, like prepare.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we got.
That one's good. That was a good one. That was a good one.
One more time.
Yeah, his eyes were going. All right, guys. Seriously, this time we're not gonna. Ew! Don't actually do the thing. Did you hear the rumble? You rumbled. This is now just the stupidest show
Uh,
ever. You've taken it to a new level of
Yeah,
dumb.
well, hey, baby. That's
Guys,
what the basement
that is
yard
all for this week's episode. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Turn off the lights when you leave the basement. Better?
Okay.